Okay, so the next thing I want you to do is go up to Tools, Options, and you'll see it says Max Bars in History. I want you to put a really large number in there. We just want to make sure that MetaTrader is going to allow as much data as we throw at it. Okay. Same thing with max bars and chart. Let's just crank it up here. All right. Fill it up with 9s and click OK. We've just set MetaTrader now to allow as much data as we can get to it. Here's the problem. We don't have any data yet, so let's go get some. Okay. I like to download my data from the Forex broker Alpari. I'm going to put the link to this free data source on the website, but I'll show it here in the video too, just so you can see it. If you visit this URL up here, it lets you download historical data. So you'll see they're zip files and they're broken down by currency pair and by time frame. Okay, I'm only concerned with 1 minute data. I have no desire to have daily data right now for most of what I'm doing, since it's day trading type things or scalping programs. I'd like 1 minute data. I'm going to scroll down here and we'll just use the Euro Pound for test. So here we are, Euro GBP 1 minute. So let's download this. Okay, so when we click on this link, Euro GBP 1 minute, it's going to download a zip file. And I'm going to save that to my desktop. In fact, I've already done it. So let me just minimize here and I'll show you. Here we are, M1 EuroGBP.zip. So we're going to double click on that. And this is going to look different to you based on which zip program you use. I happen to be using a WinRAR, but there's WinZip and there's one built into Windows Vista and things like that. So whichever you use, you'll see one file inside the zip file called M1 EuroGBP.hst. So that's the file with all the historical data in it. I'll show you what to do with it in a second. First though, we're going to come over here. Let me go up one directory. So you'll see here we're in our MT4 2 instance directory, and we're in the history folder. Earlier, you'll remember I had you delete the contents of this folder. Now you'll notice that there's some folders in here, and these were created when we opened up the demo account in MetaTrader 4. So you'll see one of these folders is a folder for our broker, PFG Demo. And of course, yours will be called something different depending on which broker you're using. But I want you to open up this broker folder, and you'll see a couple files in here. We want to copy this history file into this broker directory. So I'm just going to drag it over from inside the zip file. And it's copying. There we are. It's been copied over, and now I want you to click on it once so you can rename it. The name that Alpari gave the history file is not the exact format that MetaTrader likes to see in order to be used for backtesting. So we're going to rename this, and actually I'm just going to select this beginning part and chop it off. So it starts with the symbol Euro GBP, and then after that I want you to just press 1 because it's a 1 minute time frame, and click away, and there you'll see we renamed it. Now we can go ahead and open MetaTrader, and if everything works as planned, we can use this data. Let's try it. Okay, so I've got MetaTrader back open. I'm going to come in here and say File, Open Offline. And what this means is I want to open up an offline chart that's not directly tied to my broker's quote server. Okay, Open Offline Chart. You'll see I have two options. And here's my Euro GBP Minute 1 data that we downloaded from Alpari. You'll see that we've got 1 minute bars from June 16th, 2004, all the way up to March 27th, 2009. You can ignore this other line in here. I think that was from a previous test I did. Okay, so let's highlight the 1 minute bar line and click Open. So it'll take a couple seconds to generate the chart, and there we go. We've got a chart now covering that whole time period. We're not done yet though. We only have access to the 1 minute interval because that's what we downloaded. But a lot of Forex trading robots, for example, FAP Turbo, need other time frames, such as the minute 15. So we need to generate that. That's really easy to do. All we do is we come down here in the navigator to scripts. Now, if you don't see this navigator on your screen, you can go up here and say View Navigator, and it will appear. Under scripts, there's a script called Period Converter. You can drag that over to the chart, and it asks you which period you want to generate based on the current period, which is 1 minute. So this is really easy. If we want 15-minute bars, we just type a 15 there, and we click OK. And we click OK. Now, it doesn't look like it's doing anything, but really behind the scenes, it's calculating a whole new series of data it's consolidating those 1 minute bars into 15-minute bars. Now, if we want to check on the progress, we can come down here and you see in the journal it says it loaded successfully, the script period converter. Let's click on experts, and here we see it finished. It started, and then it finished right here, and it says 116,645 records were written. So that means now we have access to 15-minute bars, and that means we're ready to do some testing.